in this, before you say anything, I know I need to shave. It's been a busy time, you know. So. Anyway, on this video, we're gonna, it's for Fast and Furious Dodge Charger. We're going to do issue number 47, and yeah, we'll just go ahead and get to it. Oh, that's the old way, right? Okay, so we're going to be building the Fast and Furious Dodge Charger issues number 47, 48, 49, and 50. And we'll fit it in, we'll try to fit it all into this one video. Now, we've been doing that okay so far. Y'all seem to like that. So I'm going to continue doing it that way. So, although you only get one video a month that way, y'all seem to be okay with it. So, it gives me more time too, where I don't have to do a video every week kind of thing. So, you know, things are getting busy, especially with my car kind of thing. So, or was. Depends on when this video gets released. It depends on what's happening in the world at the moment. So, alright, let's get started. Okay, as you see, it's issue number 47. And we'll get into going through the pages real quick before we get into the building of it. Let you see what's in the rest of the magazine. Y'all seem to like that too. If I show you a little bit what's going on in the magazine, y'all seem to like a little bit of that too. So they seem to be showing different random stuff that they either put in the movie or they didn't. All right. So in this one, oh boy, we get to put wiring in the car, more wires, and I'm not sure what the. Let's see, what is this? Oh, chassis stands. I'm not sure exactly why we're putting those on the chassis, but okay. Okay, get the wire up, all the new wires. Looks like we're testing wires, and we're testing all the wires, and we're doing, after we hook all the wires up, we get to test it. So, brake lights, headlights, yes, I guess regular lights, stuff like that. And then they want us to take the batteries back out of it when we're done. And then here's what it's going to look like after we're done. We're going to have the stands on it. I'm not sure why they did that. Okay. Some more pictures, stuff in the book. Looks like some high dollar stuff right there. Looks like they're making calipers, custom calipers. Maybe. Alright. And then here's what the kit looks like. Let's go on to issue 47, as you can see. It ain't a lot of parts in this, but for me, wiring is not my strongest thing. It also takes me a little while to do it. So, alright. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot of editing every time I start putting wires in and stuff, because it takes me a little bit to figure it out. So, just letting y'all know ahead of time, okay? Okay, let's get to it. Okay, I think I got it figured out. But anyway, okay, they want us to take this wire. It doesn't have no lights on it, it just has a little switch. Okay, they want us to plug, it's 47A, and they want us to plug it into 1B, which is this first socket right here. Okay. And then want us to take, that's the headlight wire. You should be able to, you got one for tail lights and you got one for headlights. So the one with the headlights are the ones that's got the clear bulbs on it. So you want to connect, this is 47B, and they want us to connect it into A1 right here next to the one we just put in. Sorry for the light, people. You just plug it in. Okay, there's that. And now the last one, they want us to connect 47C into the last hole. It's 1C. That's where they want us to connect it. Of course, it's got the red bulbs on it. Zoomed out a little bit. There we go. Now they want us to turn it on and test it. Okay, so this is the new switch. So if they want us to turn on the switch, okay. Now we turn on the, if the batteries ain't dead, it should work. So, okay, that's the tail lights. Okay. The headlights, I'm not sure. I think you have to mess with one of the other switches. I think it's this one. Yep. Here's the headlights. I don't know why they're yellow. Okay, there's those. And I think the only leftover switch is this one, which we already know what it does. It makes it honk a horn and start the car. That kind of thing. So it looks like everything's working like it's supposed to. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it looks like we got leftover parts that they don't want us putting in this kit. So we still got CM screws they didn't want us to use yet, and we got wire tie downs, 2 different sizes. And that's coming in the next kit, I think. And then they got these things. What these are is like they're little, I guess they, so you don't have any tire sag, you know, or so it doesn't dimple your tires. You just stick these under the frame. Hold on, I'm not sure if I'm doing that right. So yeah, that's something to, I guess, to keep your tires from sagging or something. I don't know. But there's something about so your tires don't dimple. So that kind of thing. So that's what those are for. But maybe we'll play with those later. Anyway, that finishes off. Let me see. This finishes off issue number 47. And yeah, we'll get on to the next one. Alright, in this section we're going to be doing issue number 48. And we'll start with pictures again in the magazine before we get into doing the build of the model. Okay. Now this part, yeah, I have this kind of setting over here beside of me. It's not little, so I'll show it to you in just a moment. But we're going to be resuming wire management on the car. I haven't taken the batteries out yet, so I will probably be doing that when I can get underside the car, or to the underside of it. And we get the wire manage all the wires and put them, kind of tuck them in where they need to go, kind of thing. So, and then it looks like we get to use the little wire holders to hold all the wires down where they need to go, kind of thing. And then we get to pull out the bigger part, which is the interior floorboard, which only has a couple pieces that goes on it. Okay. And here we go with wrapping, vinyl wrapping for cars. Okay, looks like they're doing dash work on that one. And some more vinyl wrapping for cars to make them look a certain way. Okay. I don't think I would want to do that to my car. I mean, somebody suggested it one time that, why don't you put vinyl wrapping on your car? Because I don't want to. I'd rather just, be painted. Anyway, and I said I was going to show you what the, if it'll fit in the camera, how big this piece is. See? It's not a little piece, so, alright, we'll get started. Okay, on this little section, they want us to put, it's like, okay, 47C. There's like these little nubs that are sticking up right here. Like there's a set here, and then there's some back here. They want you to take, basically, it says 47C, but the ones that have the tail bulbs on it, for the tail lights, they want you to route that through these little nubs right here. Now these are not going to stay in there until you actually tie them down, because they're just going to flap wherever they want to go regardless. See, they ain't going to stay in there. But the next one they want is like the battery pack, and they want it in the first two nubs. And then the wire just kind of lays kind of to the side here. Not sure exactly where the rest of that's going to go, but okay. So they want that held together with this little wire hold down that they call 47D, and they want it held in. Each one gets 2, so you got to do 3 of them, so that's 6 screws that you got to put in, CM screws. So you got to put in 6 CM screws. Need some more light. Yeah. We're going to put these down together. I'll start one side and then I'll get the other. Okay. There's that one. There's that. So I don't know how well those are going to stay in there, but I'm sure that they'll go wherever they're supposed to go, and they'll stay wherever they're supposed to stay at when it's in its final position, kind of thing. So that's her tail lights. Okay, next step. Okay. The remainder of the wires, except for the yellow one going to the speaker, the rest of the wires that are laying here, you're going to have to route them. There's a set of screw holes here and here, and then there's another set of screw holes up here, and then there's another set right over here. So you got to route the remaining wires under that, and you got to hold them in with these little cable clamps. So, and they're held together with CM screws. So we're going to start with this one, and we can kind of pull around on the wires a little bit when we get them attached. So don't worry about that part right now. So we're going to kind of lay them out where they're not on top of each other, kind of thing. If that makes any sense. And of course it's going to be a little bit hard to do this because the wires are so small, and they're not really wanting to go where you want them to go. They just want to go where they want to go, which is okay. That's what wires do, right? Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tedious here. I will try to tidy these up as best I can. And of course I don't have very much light on me, so I can see what I'm doing. And I know y'all can't see what I'm doing. So let's get this part of it on. Okay. Now I'm going to try to tidy this up a little bit. Like, sort of like what they have in the picture. Sort of. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's see. Try to line these up a little bit better so they're not really, I don't think it's going to hurt anything, but kind of line them up a little. If they lay flat, it makes it easier to get the clamp on it, or I guess the table tie down, or whatever you want to call it. Just don't damage the wires if you can help it. So if I can get them to stretch, or not stretch, but spread out a little, but they're not binding on top of each other, that kind of thing. Okay. So, I've been having to do some of this off camera. I'm sorry for that, people. Some of it's because of camera angles and stuff. Like I said, the car in a previous video, it's getting bigger, and it's getting harder to fit it on the camera, you know, on the screen. So I'm trying to do what I can to try to get whatever I can on here. Okay, now there's that. Now, you see I'm kind of straightening out the wires a little bit where they're not really flowing over the top of each other to make them sit underneath these. So, kind of stretching them, or not stretching them, but just kind of keeping them. It kind of bothers me if the wires are kind of jumbled up on top of each other. I know it probably doesn't matter, but, you know, I'm a little funny about that kind of thing, so. But it just seems like it lays down better, you know, if they're all laid out like that, you know, it kind of lays down a little better. A little bit of wire management here and there. Kind of thing. I'm trying to keep it from pulling on these plugs. That's what I'm trying to do, so to keep the stress off those plugs. Yeah, if I can keep a little stress off those plugs so it doesn't feel like it's, you know, pulling on anything. I don't think it's doing anything there, but okay. Now all the wires should be, pretty much every wire should be coming out right here. It goes like that. So it's pretty much how they want you to set all the wires, so they're all sitting here bundled together with the switches and everything right here together. The only thing that's going towards the back is the tail light so far, so there ain't no more ports or anything on this little circuit board to, you know, indicate that anything else is going to be plugged in. So that's all the switches and lights. Now I still haven't pulled out the batteries out of the battery pack yet. They're on the bottom of the car. I might just leave them in there, you know, until, because they may ask me to put them back in and do some more testing later on. Alright, so next step. In this little section, they want us to put these little hooks. Like there's one hook that goes here and here, and those two holes, and then there's these two holes here that we got to put hooks in. I have to use my tweezers for this. It doesn't say specifically how to point the hooks, so I'm going to say in the picture it shows it going this way. The way I got the hooks here, it's supposed to be pointing this way, I guess. If these don't stay in, I can glue them in, so we can get super glue out and glue them if they don't stay in. Looks like it's going to stay. Now if I can turn it without breaking the thing. Okay. I can get it to stay. Hopefully it'll stay in there. I had to end up gluing these hooks in because one of them tried to pull back out. That one, it wouldn't stay in, so I had to glue it in. So I went ahead and went back and re-glued them all. So that finishes this kit, number 48, I think. Yeah. So we'll get on with the next one. Okay. And this issue, we're doing issue number 49. And we're going to go through the steps again, going through each magazine. What we got here? Okay. Probably a scene where they were running through the tunnels on that one. Okay. There's more stuff there. Alright. Weird looking car. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're just putting together the gear shifter. And the screw of choice is going to be AP screws. And just basically putting the shifter together. Okay. We're not using the car, the main part in this kit or the next one, so we're just going to be mainly working on the interior now. So, yeah. Okay. And some more pictures. Alright. Looks like they're painting, doing some weird gold flake on some of the paint jobs that they did, or maybe on that one car. Maybe some cleaning tips now. It looks like they're giving tips in the magazine now for like how to do this and how to do that now. Is that what it's come to? They run out of content for the movie, so now they're doing the, like, here's how you clean your wheels in the section of the magazine. Okay. Anyway, here's the kit. Ain't very much, ain't a lot to it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, now they call this a center gate, and then you got the center console, and they want you to attach it together. Now it's only going to go one way because you got the center hole here, and you got one off to the corner. So match it on the bottom of this, and then just stick that together. And they hold these two pieces together with 2 AP screws. Okay, easier said than done, right? As they say, when you got them small parts and you got big hands, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. Let's try this a little different. Alright. Now they want us to take the thinner end of the gear shift lever. This is made out of metal, by the way. And they want us to put to the center of the housing, like so. Just like that. Okay. Now on the other end, they want us to put the gear shift knob onto the gear shift. Now I don't know if it presses in or not, or if it turns. If it decides it's going to come back out, I'm probably going to have to glue it. So let's see what we can do here. Should just press in. So, but if it wants to give me a hard time, I can probably glue it. It looks like it's going to be okay. If it tries to pull, okay, it's staying. Alright, there's that. It's not staying, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Next step. Okay, on this little section, they want us to take our little gear shifter assembly thingy. And where that little metal ball is on the bottom of this, they want it to go on the top of that. Just have to kind of line it up a little bit. Make sure it goes the gear shifter on the little ball first. Once it's lined up, it looks like it's okay. And we got to secure it with 2 AP screws from the bottom. Now, whether I can film this or not, I don't know. I'm going to try. Because as I said, the camera angles on this is going to be a little sucky because the part is so big. I'll do what I can. Okay, that's in. And test out the little gear shifter here. Goes like that. Okay. And the next little part, they want us to put in the middle section of the transmission tunnel. Now looking at the shape of it, this side is rounded and this side is a square shape. If you look over here, it's square shaped here and rounded there. So you're going to have to stick these up from the bottom. Like so. Now I'm going to flip this over. Even though it's not telling me to do that just quite yet. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So, okay, now they want us to put 2 AP screws in this to hold it in place. I'm trying to grab it from the other side, that's not working. So we'll just do line it up and get the 2 screws started. And then I'll finish tightening them both up. I just wish I had better camera angles, fellas, because I know it's difficult for me to film this just as difficult it is for you to see it. So I'll try to edit best I can with what I got. Okay, that should take care of that. And this completes that kit. Number 49.
game up.
Alright, this issue, we're doing issue number 50. And we're going to see pictures, concept art, very old car, 1914 model 30. Okay, looks like we're putting the fire extinguisher together, assembly. And screws of choice are AP screws again. Okay, get to assemble a fire extinguisher, and we get to attach it to the car. And get to put some more pieces in. And that pretty much, that's the way it'll look when it's finished on that kit. There ain't really much to this one. Ooh, I like that. Got a big old blower sticking through the hood. Okay. There's some more body work mods or whatever they're doing to that car. There's the kit. Just a few small parts, and that's it. Okay, we'll get to it. Okay. Now they want us to take the two halves of the fire extinguisher, that's plastic, and put these two together. They did do a decal job on it. That looks pretty cool. Two halves together like that, and we're going to hold it together with two AP screws. Okay. Now they want us to take the pressure gauge and stick it here. Now if it doesn't want to stay on there, I'm going to have to glue it, so let's see if it stays on. Yeah, looks like it's going to stay on. Okay, there's that. Alright, now they want us to take this, it's a fire extinguisher stand. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, they want us to take this fire extinguisher stand, and they want us to mount it on here. There's a peg on the bottom of it that goes into this hole. So, just line it up with that little hole right there. Now, they want us to take... Now this fire extinguisher, they want us to mount it, and it's only going to mount one way. The top of the fire extinguisher is going to be pointing towards the gear shifter thing. So put these two together. Get the line up first. Okay. Now on the bottom, we're going to have to attach that with two AP screws. Now this is going to be hard to film it, so I'm sorry for the angles and stuff ahead of time, just in case you can't see what I'm doing. You got to keep everything together while you're flipping the thing over, and it is wanting to shift around very badly. Come on. Yeah, some of this has been a little bit finicky, but it's okay so far. Some of the parts are not cooperating and not going where you want them to go, but they're just kind of... Did it just do what I think it just did? It could have. Okay. Alright. See, is it in there? Yep. Okay, the fire extinguisher is mounted. Next step. Okay, Okay, this section, they want us to take these two brackets and they want them, okay, where the screw holes are going through it, they want that facing one, well, basically each bracket they want them facing towards each other like that, or the hose are pointing towards each other. So line up the hole, and it's held together with 2 AP screws. You can just get the hole to line up, and now as far as getting the camera in just the right position, again, like I said, I'm sorry for the angles. I'll do what I can in editing. I ain't gonna promise anything though, because I don't have, like I said, I just, some things I just don't have the money for. Okay. And according to the booklet, that completes this section of the model. Should I say it completes issue number 60? Or is that 60? No, 50, sorry. You know, I ain't got up to 60 yet. So, alright. Sorry. Okay. Well, I did it. I did all 4 stages, and hopefully it's under an hour when I get done editing. And, yeah, it was kind of fun. I mean, just like some of the other kits. I mean, some kits are funner than others, and some kits are a little bit more harder than others. You know, some kits are more challenging, and others are real easy, depending on what you're doing. So, like I said, if you're building your model along with me and doing the same stages and stuff, you know, as like I said, it's, you know, I've never built this model before. It's the first time I'm building it, and you know, it's, you just follow the instructions as I said. Now, sometimes you may have to modify something to make something work. You know, sometimes you'll get a part and it may ask you to push it in, and you know, and it may not stay. So that's when you pull out the super glue and put a little super glue on it. So I've had to do that a couple of times, but the rest of it, it seems pretty easy, you know, on some of it. So anyway, I think that's it for final thoughts on what I'm doing. I had a thought, and now I don't have it. You ever have a brain fart and then you forget what you were doing? Yeah, I don't know what it was. I thought maybe I was going to share something, but now I don't know. So if you hung around till the end of the video, I appreciate it. And yeah, so anyway, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button down below, and it helps me out a great deal when you subscribe. And the more subscribers I got, the better. And if you hit the notification bell down below, it'll let you know when I release new videos out, when I put out a new video. And now I remember what I was going to say. Did I say it? I don't know if I said it at the beginning of the video. I was saying something about eagle moths. Yeah, about delays. No, maybe I didn't. Anyway, I heard something not too long ago about eagle moths. I guess a few weeks ago, or a few months, maybe a month ago. And well, it's been a little while since I heard this, but some people said that eagle moths might be going downhill really fast, saying that they're going down, they're going belly up, or their company's going down. And I think there might be a lawsuit or something like that, and that's why people are having issues with getting their models. But people think that eagle moths is going away, and some people think that, you know, everybody that's on their, you know, say Fast and Furious, what am I saying that for? But some people think that if you're on the Ghostbuster car, that it may, you know, you may never get to finish it. because Eagle Moss is, every time you ask them what's going on, they won't give you no information, and they tell you, yeah, it's delayed. We're having a hard time getting, a new inventory in, things like that. Like, I've been waiting for 5-6 months now for a kit from Eagle Moss. I don't know what's going. I don't know what they have to restock to give me my kit, but yeah, if they're going down or whatever, I mean, I'm not gonna stop buying the mods for Ecto One, but I've heard different stories or rumors, things like that with about the Ecto One, that if Eagle Moss goes down under or it goes belly up, bankrupt or whatever happens to them, then they're assuming that maybe another company will pick up Ghostbusters and then resume where Eagle Moss left off. Where you continue doing your build. In some situations, they may end up starting over. And it's like you got as far as you did on your model with Eagle Moss, and then they start all over again. Going through a different company. So, if another company that builds models, like, does a subscription base like Eagle Moss does, or does it like Fanhome, things like that. I think Fanhome goes by another name. Starts with an A. I don't know if I can pronounce that word, but yeah, it's like, I hope another company does pick them up, and resume building the Ecto One. I hope they don't just let it go, because it's such an iconic car and people are wanting it. I mean, it's a very popular car. Everybody knows that car. If you've ever seen the first Ghostbuster movie, or even if you haven't, you've seen the car, and everybody recognizes it. It's a very iconic car, and I hate to see it go or something bad happen to it, because I'm just starting off in my model. Just last year is when I started on it, and then all this starts happening with it, where they delayed, and they, COVID happened and all this stuff like that, and slowing everything down, and it's like, I don't know what's going on with Eagle Moss. I don't know if it, I hope another company picks up the model and continues it on, is what I hope happens. Maybe Fanhome, it'd be great to have them do have Fanhome do it too. Do the Ecto One. It would be nice to have them do it. I think there's another company out there too that does it, Agora, if I'm saying that right. I think they're saying something about that they may actually pick it up and continue on, so people can finish their model. And I've heard that if another company picks them up, you have to start over at stage one. It's like, that would suck, if you had to start over on that model. I don't know if it would suck to get to do it again. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've gotten pretty good distance on my model, so I mean, I would like to finish it, but I don't know if anybody's going to take over Eagle Moss's model, their model builds, their subscription base and all that stuff. I don't know if anybody else is going to pick that up, because it'd be a shame to let all that go. And then, I mean, I think somebody might pick it up, that keep it going, keep the Ecto One going. I can dream, kind of. So, but keep your hopes up. If you have a model going through Eagle Moss, just keep up, just keep your chin up. Don't pout about it, don't worry. I mean, some people are doing the Enterprise and they can't finish their model. There's some people that are doing, like I am, doing the Ecto One, and they can't get all the parts, because Eagle Moss has just dragged their butt. They are just literally going super slow. But from what I hear, it's like, I've also heard too that the Eagle Moss company that's over in the UK and stuff, I guess it's in the UK, overseas, and they said that they're doing well, over there. But over here, it's like we're waiting on parts, we're waiting on kits, we're waiting on stuff to be, mailed out from the company, and it's like you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's like, when is my next kit going to come in? When am I going to get the next kit? You never see it, what's going on, and you don't know what to think of them. So you had to do that when I was yawning, okay. But anyway, well, at least Fanhome, they're not doing something that stupid as Eagle Moss is doing, and at least every month it's a steady subscription, a steady pace. Build your model as the month goes, each month, and they keep you up to date, and they keep you going with your model kits. And I just wish Eagle Moss would get their act together and do something to quit messing around or quit screwing around, and get people their kits. We signed up, everybody that signed up for that, for Ghostbusters or Back to the Future or the Enterprise, and the people that signed up for that stuff, they put money into those models, and to have Eagle Moss sit there and screw you over and sit there and act like, oh well, we can't get no more inventory. Have you tried getting more inventory? I got a question. How does Fanhome, how do they manage to do what they do and have not delayed? They might have delayed once when they were moving to another warehouse, but I have not had them delay anymore. That's the only time they ever delayed, and then they made up for it by sending me 2 kits in the same month when it took them a month to move. But Eagle Moss is like, they wait for one little kit or one little part that goes in your kit or a free gift or something, and they keep you waiting for months before you actually get your kit. And it's like, what the heck is going on? I don't understand. They won't tell you nothing. They won't send you emails to let you know, hey, we're down for a while, we're not going to do this or that. It would be nice if they would just let people know what the heck is going on. It makes you wonder what are they doing? Eagle Moss, what are they doing? It's a damn shame. It's, I want the Ecto 1, but if it has to be another manufacturer or another company that does the model going forward, I'm all for it. If there's no delays and stuff like that, and they keep it going. And same way with some of the other models too. If some other model company buys them up and buys up those rights to those models, and then say goodbye to Eagle Moss and say hello to whoever's doing them, and they keep you going, and it'd be worth the time. Well, anyway, I've done rambled long enough. I see the time on the video, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing when I get to it. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say. So anyway, yeah, see you when I see you, and whenever I get the next video done, you'll see it upload. So bye. Well, actually, you'll see it upload if you hit the notification bell, and it'll let you know when I upload a new one. So bye. If you hung around to the end of the video, thank you for that. Not too many people want to hang around to the very end of the video, see what's going to happen at the end, because they usually cut off, the first 20-30 minutes they usually cut off and go somewhere else. Alright, I'm going this time. Okay, bye.